Now, if y'all are stuck playing the really low games, it is time to move up, man. You know, I can remember years back, and it's been a really long time for me because I basically just play like mid stakes, you know. When I finally made the leap, you know, and had the courage to make the leap, that's kind of when things shifted for me, right? The issue with playing lower games is that people just aren't playing good typically, and if you're playing against like bad quality players all the time, you're never really going to get better, right? And I mean that's the simplest way I can say it, but there are some other reasons as well, right? And you should also just see like, you know, when you're playing against better competition, you can kind of just see how good you really are. You know what I'm saying? You could always move back down. Okay. Anyways, we got a good one to go over here. Okay. You know, I always say this: if you guys are just kind of looking to take things a little bit more serious, we do have an awesome community in the pinned comment. You know, you can talk to me one-on-one there. I can kind of give you more insight into how I approach all this. I've been doing this for, you know, over 20 years. So, yeah, I mean, get in there, man. I mean, like I said, if you're watching the vids here, or if you just enjoy any of this, you know, because I'm always making an effort to post and share things and kind of just go over things. Plus, you know, I think a lot of this can be kind of isolating too, so it's kind of just good to get in some kind of you know, group or community to talk. You know what I'm saying? I think that's good as well. It can only help you out. Also, if you guys could tap the like. Let's get right into this, guys. All right. Anyways, here we go. Queen 7 suited. Y'all know that I am going to continue here. Turn card was interesting. It actually gave us some outs. And check this out, man. Instead of just like allowing this to continue, I just was like, you know what, let's do it. Let's see if we would have got there on the river. I thought that was a pretty interesting bluff. No. All right, so we blanked on the river there, so we got him off of now if he had an ace in that spot, I kind of like that play, man. We got him off of it. You know, it was a little bit like, you know, what are you doing? But at the same time, I liked it. And, you know, you got to mix things up. You know, you got to stay unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? And you got to make plays. That's just how it goes, especially when you're playing against better quality people. You have to just kind of like mix things up, right? And there's more nuance to this, obviously. Anyways, here we go. We got the ace deuce here. We got that ace deuce, man. Offsuit. The big ace deuce. Now let's take a look at the table. I always like to do that as well. Player 5's doing pretty decent. Everybody else is kind of like chopping around. And this wasn't exactly a good flop, but I just felt like continuing because we could still get there. Now we did pair the deuce. The deuce could be good here. We don't have a spade, though, to go to the river with. Kind of have to see what this guy does. I actually called. River card was a deuce. Is it going to hold up? Oh, yeah. We took it down with the deuce, man. All right. That was nice. We'll take that. We'll take it with the deuce. That was a good call. All right, so now we're starting to trend up a little bit. Got the king jack off here on the button. Let's raise it up on the button. See if anybody wants to call. All right, player 2 re-raised it. Kind of a weird spot. I just let it go. You know, king jack offsuit, it's just one of those hands that, you know, sometimes it's just better to muck it. And that's kind of what I did right there. Just let it go. Could have gone either way. You know, I think calling's fine every once in a while, you know, if you have a read on somebody, but, you know, I just felt like folding it. It also felt like player 2's been playing pretty tight, you know, so I kind of picked up on that and just kind of let it go. But, yeah, don't go anywhere, guys. We're still just warming up here, trending up a little bit, and it's going to get good, man. It's going to get good, okay? Also, if you have any questions, comments, things like that, you can message me below. I'll get back to you. It just takes me a little bit of time, but I will. I'll get back to y'all. All right, ace 4 off. Gotta let it go. Can't be playing that ace 4 off, man. There we go. All right, nothing going on in this hand. I think we got some good coming up right after this, though. So got some good spots to go over. Wow, the river card got there. Ace queen got there. Now the heart's missed, but it definitely feels like somebody could have a queen here. Let's see. I think if player 5 goes for it, he's not bluffing, but he checked it. Oh, ace queen slow play. That was... Oh, he got nothing out of that. Now, this was probably one of my favorite hands from this entire session, even though it's not like, you know. But anyways, 6-3 suited. This was an interesting spot, you know. Now, we're in the big blind. It's 6-3. Not much to say about it other than, you know, it's suited. If it wasn't suited, I probably wouldn't have got involved with this one at all. But it's suited, man. It's a monster. This is a monster hand, 6-3 suited. Now, we got a limper here. And you know what? We can't limp this. We cannot limp the 6-3 suited, man. We got to kick it up, okay? There's just no way I'm limping this. So we flopped a flush draw, and the way that I'm kind of playing this hand, I'm making it feel like we have an ace, right? So that's how I'm going to continue with it. Now, regardless, if he makes this call, I'm probably just going to barrel again here on the turn. Turn card was a 7, not the card we were looking for. Does this guy have a 7? It's possible, but, you know, it's also not in the realm of possibilities, right? Now, the river card was a king, and this is where things are going to get interesting, right? Now, I checked the turn, which did look kind of weak, but if he comes out here, to me, feels like a weak ace or possibly a bluff. So instead of folding here, I just didn't think that this guy had anything, so I just re-raised him with the 6-3 suited, man. Now, we got nothing. We've got absolutely nothing. But I think this looks really strong, and if he, I didn't think he had a 7. If he has an ace here, it could be a weak ace. Maybe we just get him to fold. And you know what? Our strength showed there. We also raised that one pre-flop, remember? So it did look like we could have something strong there. You know what I mean? So I like the bluff. I think the bluff, in a way, made sense, but I had to kind of think it through a little bit when I did it, and that was a nice one right there. So hope you guys enjoy that 6-3 suited bluff right there, man. The 6-3 suited bluff, man. Okay, all right, anyways, ace-4 suited. Nice looking hand right here. We'll open with it. All right, so we got re-raised here. This is not a hand we're going to fold. Flop was not good, though. And you know what? We got none of this. And continuing here trying to bluff at this just probably isn't going to work a lot of the time. I just let it go. A little bit frustrating when you get the ace-4 suited, and then you get the ace on the turn. Hard to know if it would have been good or not, but, you know, it is what it is, guys. All right, anyways. All right, so we got ace-10 here. I always say this about ace-10. It is just like, it's one of those hands that it's so tricky to play, you know? Every time you get it, and it's all, and I'm sure a lot of you can agree with me, it's like, it's just a tricky hand to play. I feel like it doesn't work out most of the time, but when it's suited, it's a lot better, obviously, but when it's offsuit, it's just kind of like, you know, it just never seems to work out. Now, in this hand, I wasn't exactly ready to give up. The reason is because we're blocking the clubs, you know, which is evident. So it's less likely somebody's on a club draw. The two overcards here, the ace and the 10, to me, seem like they could still be good enough. Player 4, though, is, I think he's going to do something a little bit unexpected here. He raised pretty large here, and to me, I have no idea what this guy's got, but I ended up letting it go. Let's see what that turn card would have been. It's possible he was on a flush draw, but I don't know if he would have raised like that with a flush draw, so I was very confused by what that guy had. It was either he had it or it was a straight bluff. Either way, I don't think I was strong enough to make that call, so I just let it go. And then here we go with the king 4 suited. Now, this isn't the strongest hand, but we're on the button here, and we're suited. It's you know, a king 4 suited. When you're shorthanded like this, you know, you're gonna be playing this hand. Question is, if we get re-raised here, do we want to make a call? And to me, I was like, you know what, let's do it. You know, we're deep enough that let's see what happens, right? I think player 3 is going to raise this up. Let's see what he kicks it up to. It's possible he... All right, he kicked it up to the 55 piece, which kind of put us in a spot of what do we do? To me, guys, you know, I think player five is going to get the way. I am going to see a flop with this. And like I said, it's not like a strong hand, but it is suited. And here's the dilemma. We paired the king. We do have some good runner cards for straights. Possible flushes are still out there as well. So, I mean, there are some different ways that we could get there. This guy could also be bluffing, but if he has like ace king or something, we're in a bad spot. Turn card was a 10. Not really liking that card. Our flush draw is no good. The straight draws are no more aren't possible anymore. And if this guy barrels again, it's putting us in a tough spot. He went with the 122 sizing here. To me, this just says ace king, but I was like, you know what, let's just keep this guy honest. River card was a 10. The only thing I was thinking here was like, let's just check it to showdown, buddy. Come on, just check it. Check it one time. Please check it one time. Pot was up there. Honestly, I didn't know what to do here. If he would have barreled again here, I really would have to tank this. You know, because it's a king four, but we do have top pair here. He could be bluffing. It's possible. He checked it. So I was more than happy to check this down. He had 4-5 suited. And we took down a really nice one there, guys. Anyways, hope you enjoyed another update here. You know, if you're watching me, you know, I'd appreciate if you shared this. Just get in that community already. We could talk. I can kind of give you more insight more than I can here. You know, at the very least, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.